Welcome back. It's about time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. And we're starting with the Nation newspaper. Mike Masikeno is right here.
Yep, we are.
Yeah, so
Okay.
quite a lot of interesting headlines to take note of today. Wednesday, June 7th. Tinubu in crucial talks over Senate President and Speaker. Now, the President urges Wase, Betara, Gagdi, others to accept party's choice. And meeting slated with APC governors, NWC senators, and reps-elect today. We also have this, filing discrepancies stall Atiku PDP petition. What else do we have here? Nigeria Air launch a fraud, rep panel claims. NLC.
Just before, there are some few I want to comment about, but just before that, let's start with the major one here. Tinubu in crucial talks over Senate President and Speaker.
Oh, sure.
It is time for politicking when it comes to the National Assembly, and you know, as expected, as is to be expected, even in the party, there are different people vying for different positions. What the president is trying to do here is to ensure that the party puts out a united front. If you remember the case of, it happened even the case of the DSS and the EFCC, something we've come to see about the president is that he would look a clean house, in-house. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to make all the fights and all of that. So look, let us present a united front. Let us go out there. It makes us look stronger. It actually does make us stronger. So yes, all of that is getting ready. They are getting set to make everything so that, look, let's get the legislature in motion so that with the executive, we can get governance moving quite well.
Sure.
So that's it. But then the major one here is Nigeria Air. I mean, that it has been a farce. It's despicable what happened. Now, it's now been proven that flight, the one that we saw on the day to inauguration.
We were seeing it on social media.
Yes,
though,
is an Ethiopian Air. Airline that was that had a body work done, and then flew into Nigeria, and then it was paraded as Nigeria Air, and then it has gone back. The body work has been taken off, and it is now in the services of its rightful owner, Ethiopian Air.
Okay, so I've heard of many different airline fleets actually take on 737s, Airbuses into their fleets. On like a long lease kind of situation. Now, some people think of this as a good business decision because sometimes complete ownership of some of these vehicles might not be in the best business interest
Definitely.
in the beginning.
It happens.
When an airline
there
begins
are
like that.
People
So
take leases.
exactly,
You can take a lease for a period of time, but that was not a lease. This was being entirely fraudulent. I mean, from the former minister, the flight is no longer. It's now okay. Where is it? Let's fly Nigeria Air. Let's go and book Nigeria Air and fly. What's happening? We don't know what would happen next. I don't know if you get my point.
Sure.
So my point is that if you had made an agreement and you're going to lease a craft, it could be 4, it could be 5 years. It
let
could be
the people know.
It could be 1 year and all of that. My point is that there has been an allocation towards that from the previous administration, and as it stands now, the House of Reps have called for, they've started that inquisition, and they have declared that, look, man, this is a fraud, and hopefully, some accountability. Somebody has to be accountable for this, for what happened, whoever.
We're going to shift base now straight to the cover of the Daily Trust. It says on subsidy removal here, artisans, business owners accuse NLC, TUC of selling out. CSOs knock unions, want other Nigerians covered. Why we suspended strike, according to Labour. And the fear of business loss looms, according to MAN. Now, I remember you talked about this, I think, 2 days ago.
So, you see, a number of people might want to, but you see, NLC gave one major reason they gave for suspending the proposed strike for today is that there is a court injunction against that particular strike. A number of people might not be okay with that explanation because prior to this time, in other administrations, there have been court injunctions, and Labour still did not, affirm to those court injunctions and actually, stop the strike. So that's what they're saying. But the point now is that, look, they have seen that, look, it has gone. There's nothing can be done at this particular point in time. So the point is about finding ways to ensure that the palliatives, get across. I mean, Edo State government, they've increased minimum wage to 40,000. They now work 3 days a week. Kano State government also 3 days a week. So it's about finding different ways to ensure that we can weather the storm. That is what we should be talking about now. And NLC and TUC are in agreement that, look, let us find a way to make this work.
I've actually heard that a few of the bodies, workers' unions have actually come out to say that they are not in complete agreement with the reason why the strike is supposed to happen.
Yes, that's
and I feel like they still need to put out a united front. If not, this message might not even, the strike might not have as much impact as...
No, the strike is not happening. My point is now they should find a way to work. I mean, the president has spoken about minimum wage, and also with different governments. Like I said, Edo State government have increased theirs to 40%, to 40,000 from 30, which is what it's quite welcome. It's about a 30% increase, 33% increase, quite welcome. And then you increase the minimum wage, and then you even cut down working days. So to basically, when I read the headline, and I thought, I was bamboozled. And if we can have state governments individually, I mean, if we can have them do this kind of things around and ensure that they by themselves can handle the economy, it will make things better. So kudos to the Kano State government, to the Edo State government. Let other state governments follow this blueprint, as it were, and find a way to alleviate the hardships, as it were, that we are facing at this point in time.
We, of course, will be doing major follow-ups to all these stories later on during the week. I would love to hear your opinion on this as well. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.